How you doing today, folks? For about the last year, I've been using a micrometer style torque wrench where you move the handle in the back and dial in the torque you want. That torque wrench has been acting kind of wonky, to say the least. So I figure since I'm going to be upgrading, or I'm going to be getting a new torque wrench, I probably would go out and buy that one again, but I've been really big on Gearwrench tools. So I was surfing around the net and I saw Gearwrench makes an electronic torque wrench. It seemed like a good idea because the one thing about those micrometer torque wrenches, at least for me, is I have a hard time reading the numbers. And how do you know if the thing's working or not? Whereas with this electronic torque wrench, my goals are hopefully to be able to read the numbers better, number one. Number two, with electronic torque wrench, once you turn it off, you're going to release the torque, whereas with the micrometer ones, you have to unscrew them all the way. And the third thing is, I'm just hoping that this is going to be a little bit more precise because it is electronic. So today, we are going to do a tool review of a Gearwrench 85077 half-inch torque wrench. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, the torque range is 25.1 to 250.8 foot-pounds. And there it is. It feels pretty light. It's funny, it definitely feels lighter than my other one. Here is the Gearwrench 85077, and then here is a micrometer style torque wrench. And the Gearwrench is, looks like it's about 24 3/4 long, and the other style is, it's about 24 1/2. So they're pretty much the same size. This one is definitely heavier. This is definitely a heavier wrench. All right, I need to read the directions and figure out how to use this thing, and then we'll see if we can show you guys how to use it. Okay, guys. Well, I've been playing with this torque wrench, and I think I might just be too old school. I thought the electronic torque wrench would be cool, but maybe I'm just more of a micrometer torque wrench kind of guy. The way this is supposed to work is you push the button to turn it on, and then you can set the unit. You would push the unit and it'll scroll through the units. There we go. So you push the unit. So we're in foot-pounds, so we'll press set, and then you can go ahead and set your torque you want to achieve. And it actually goes back, once you get to the bottom of the scale, it goes back to the top. So I want to set this for about 90. There we go. And so now I would just put my my socket on and torque it. And I think I had it set to inch-pounds, but when I was torquing it, I was having a little bit of issues. I'm not really a big fan of electronic torque wrenches. Who knew? I thought it was going to be really cool, but it's just a pain. you know, I have a dumb phone and maybe I need a dumb torque wrench too. I'm going to go ahead and just loosen up the bolt on this wheel here. And then we'll take our socket and put it on our electronic torque wrench. I've got it facing the right direction. So then we'll turn it on. And it's set to foot-pounds is the units. So I'm scrolling through the units. I got foot-pounds, so I hit the set. And now it's set to 90 foot-pounds. I'm going to hit set again. And then I'm going to put it on this bolt. And see what happens. And I should start getting some beeps when we're getting torque. And I guess I loosen this bolt quite a bit. Okay. And this is the part I don't get, because my reading came out to 372.8 foot-pounds of torque. I can't really tell you if maybe I just got a bum torque wrench. Maybe I wasn't using it right, you know, maybe I should have spent more time reading the directions. But what was happening for me was I set the thing to 90 foot-pounds of torque, and I wasn't getting the beeps. I guess the beeps would have gone off. I think the thing was set to 10%, so it would only start to beep right at the end. But what was happening was I set the thing to 90 foot-pounds of torque. I'd start pulling it, it would beep and vibrate because I hit the torque, and then it would read out that I had like 400 pounds of torque. Maybe I should have been setting my indicator to be a little bit earlier. And if I was going to pursue this some more, maybe I would. But I got to be honest, guys, I thought an electronic torque wrench was going to be cool, and it's just not my style. I have a dumb phone, and I got a smartphone, and I sent it back because I like the simplicity of the dumb phone. And even though the regular torque wrench, the click style torque wrench, is going to be a pain to read the numbers, and you have to remember to take the torque off when you're done reading it, I think in the end that's going to make it a lot easier. I like Gearwrench tools. I don't want this to come out that it's anything with Gearwrench. I'm sure this torque wrench is working fine. I'm sure if I called tech support, they'd straighten me out. But electronic torque wrenches just aren't for me. And I'm kind of disappointed here because right now I'm into this for the cost of the wrench, and I have a brake job to do on my wife's car the next warm day, and my old torque wrench isn't working, or I don't think it's working, and I don't really trust this new torque wrench either. And because it's the middle of winter, I don't have the money to go out and buy another torque wrench either. So we're kind of in a tricky spot. But what do I want to say? I don't know, guys. I don't particularly care for it. I hate to say that about Gearwrench, but I don't particularly care for the torque wrench. It does feel kind of flimsy. You know, my other micrometer style probably weighs at least 1.5 times as much as this one. I don't trust this one either because I soaked it in water all night, and it's not acting normal. But I don't think I can recommend the Gearwrench 85077, which is a shame because I really like their tools. And maybe I can call the folks I bought this from and see if they can send me a Gearwrench micrometer style 1/2 inch. I don't know, that's just too bad because I was really looking forward to this Gearwrench, to this torque wrench. But Gearwrench 1/2 inch drive, 85077, I wouldn't recommend it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.